We're back in the media room, the Accidents Happen podcast. I'm Grant. Graham is letting me host this episode. I got two guests here. You two want to introduce yourself?
Howdy.
Hello, my name is Rutherford B. Jengis.
Nice to have you, Rutherford.
You can call me Ruth.
Ruth? Okay.
I'm cool with Ruth.
Right.
Yeah.
My name is John Smith.
Nice to meet you, John.
Oh, I appreciate that. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure.
Thanks for coming on today, you two.
Yeah, it's great to come here. We're just fresh out of
County
prison,
No.
and it's great to be on a show right away. People accept us and tell our story about our comings and goings.
Yeah, it's quite nice. You know, a lot of times, you know, when people hear about prison inmates or former prison inmates, they get scared. They don't like, the idea of that too much. It's nice of you to be quite accepting, and we appreciate it. I just want you to know that.
Absolutely.
Media Room is the third episode, so, you're really taking a risk on us, and, it's appreciated. And
Doesn't go unnoticed.
Yeah. And I wanted to say thank you, but I brought you this cake here. We've been working on it. We're workshopping this cake.
Yeah, we have
thank
been.
you.
Yeah.
It's a 52-layer cake.
It is 80% fondant and 15% cream, and then a little bit cake in it. That's our signature move. We're trying to bring a little experimental bit to the cake.
So
not
as much cake.
If you break down that cake, I said there's 52 layers. There's about 41 layers that are fondant. And it's good fondant, nice and hard and flavorless. And then the other 11 layers, that'll be the cake.
See, well, my thought with this was, if you know those people who get the frosting cans and they dip in, they spoon that into their mouth. There are people who do that, and I want to tap into that market. People who want to just have the fondant and the frosting, who wants the fluffy cake anymore?
I like the cake.
Well, you're not the market we're trying to tap. But if you don't like the cake, we can take it back. It's okay.
I don't appreciate you saying that to our
it.
faces. We're just trying to.
Hey, we're reformed men. We will accept this one for now, and we'll move on.
I'm sorry about that, Rutherford. I lost my cool for a second.
Yeah, you can call me Ruth.
Well, I've known you for quite a while, and I know that you go by Ruth, but I prefer
ever since
Rutherford.
Grant started calling me Ruth, I like the sound too.
Okay, all right. Well, I don't know if I like that too much, but that's fine.
Well, we will hold our differences for now. We want to get on to the topic at hand.
We are rehabilitated.
Let me hear your story.
My story.
What happened to you?
Well,
two?
better to start off with John's story over here, because he's the instigator.
All right,
this
John.
incident.
Let me hear it.
I was walking in Lubbock, Texas, right there on the street, and the crosswalk is about 30 feet over. It was quite far away. I didn't feel like walking over. It was a slow street. There ain't no cars coming. So I'm minding my own business. I crossed the road. Now,
this is where I come in.
Yeah.
I yell, "Hey, boy, get out of that damn road." And I'm yelling at him, and he's, how you could get in the middle of that little turn lane in the middle, the line.
Between the two yellow lines.
Yeah, he's standing there. I'm like, "Hey, boy, get out of there." But he
I say, I do what I want.
Yeah, so I run out there. I feel it's my civic duty to go out there and tell him what's up. And then you got to get this policeman rolling by, putting his lights on. And he
Badge number 4244. That asshole. I remember that till the day I die.
I believe he has, if you see that tattoo on his left arm, it does have the numbers on there.
Yeah, with a big X.
Well, as a reformed man, shouldn't you let go of these grudges?
I believe the X's...
I do not hold grudges.
The X's believe he's gave up that life for revenge.
I've given up that life. I'm a new man. I've been rehabilitated. I want to get that straight. All right?
I got you.
That cop pulls us over and he says, "Hey, boys, you got to get out of the damn road." And then I'm yelling at him because I'm all frustrated as well. And he pulls us over and then he says, "You boys got you boys are going to go to court."
And I said, you know, that's absolute bullshit. You know, I'm just a simple man crossing the road. You know, long story short, I resisted, and that's what got me, you know, in county for so long.
Well, why was he having you guys both go to court in the first place?
Well, because we were jaywalking.
Was he ticketing you two?
I think because our voices sounded similar. He wanted to just, you know, package us together, make it easier.
I don't think that's how it works, but
I'm not very familiar with the ins and outs of the courts, but
I ain't no policeman. I'm a simple man. I grew up on a farm, raising chickens.
A reformed man?
I'm a reformed man. But back then, I was a simple man.
Okay.
All right?
But yeah, you know, we go to court and we get a lawyer, we fight it. We don't plead guilty whatsoever. That really did not play in our favor at all.
But didn't he see you in the intersection?
Well, there might have been a few witnesses.
Well, go ahead.
There may have been a few witnesses, and they may have all been perfectly fine with going to court, taking time out of their day just to testify against us. And, you know, I don't think we were much liked in the community to begin with, I'll be honest. You know, so I think they might have, I think about it, they probably had other charges tacked onto that. But, you know, the past is the past.
I used to steal cars, so maybe that was related, but I don't think it was brought up in the case. Not that I remember, not that I recall.
I used to sell pot to 16-year-olds, so I don't. Maybe that was tacked on as well. But you don't know how this stuff is going to creep back on you when you get to court. But long story short, they take us to court, and we get about 5 to 6 years in penitentiary
for jaywalking or for your.
It was my understanding that he was under jaywalking. I don't know quite, you know, if the other cases...
Not for your other cases.
You could say, Netflix, if you're listening, this may be a making a murder sort of situation, maybe not as intense, but...
I would love to get in contact with someone. I think I have quite a Brendan Dassey sort of story.
But that is why we're on the podcast today. So we...
6 years later.
We met in prison, and...
Well, we met on the street originally, but we became friends in prison. Became partners per se. We worked in the kitchens, the prison kitchens, mostly making pastries and desserts. Lots of found out is available to us in there, and that's kind of where we developed our unique stylings.
Right. They were very limited in the actual baking material, but they had a lot of sugar and fondant materials. So.
a lot of water and confectioner's sugar, and that's all you need for a good fondant.
If you didn't know that,
I believe.
So you're a big fondant man.
I'm a fondant man through and through. If it was, you know, ideally I would only eat fondant. But you know, once you hit about 350, you know, I'm 5'5". I'm 5'5", and once you hit about 350 pounds, you think maybe I should slow down on the fondant. And then once you hit 375, you're like, all right, I should really slow down on the fondant.
Well, then once you hit 400, that's another 100 that you could go more. So you're like, it's kind of like if you want to go to bed at 1 p.m., but you stay up till like 1:05, you're like, might as well stay up till 2. You just keep going.
Right.
But once you reach that 500, you're like, oh, but Jesus, man.
Yeah. So, you know, and so the reality of it is I only got a few more years to live, most likely, with my weight and my current health situation, so I want to make the most of it.
Couldn't you make some changes?
Could I make some changes?
Yeah, cut the fondant.
Listen, I've tried, boy. I have tried so hard. And there's certain things in life that ain't worth cutting out.
And one of them is fondant?
One of them is fondant.
Well, what are the others?
Fondant.
Women.
The ladies, but I've had to cut them out. You know, can't really quite find it down there no more. Mostly found out in frosting, and about 10% cake most of the time. 10%.
Okay.
Yeah. 11.50 seconds worth of cake. Right. So anyway, we are the reason why we're here. You know, it's a press tour. We are the up and coming challengers on the Great British Baking Show.
Oh, really? You guys got asked on?
We did. We did.
We sent a few tens of emails requesting and had to call them, show up at their doorstep. But, you know, you got to put your best foot forward and see what life will give you.
Right.
So,
right, yep.
But, Yeah, I think they're happy to have us, and they should be honored because we're bringing something new to the table that I think they just don't are.
We're bringing something new to the table, and what I'm looking forward to most, I think, first episode, I'm going to get a handshake from Paul Hollywood. I want that handshake. It means so much on that show, and I think we can get it. You know, it just really comes down to whether he's a found-out man or not. And if he ain't a found-out man, I don't quite care.
Right.
About his
we put a little special ingredient in there as well that it really.
So this is the British baking show. Don't you expect to make other pastries besides cake?
I'm under the impression that it is
and fondant.
Anything you want to make.
Anything.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
You know, if they tell me to make a pie, it's going to be a fondant pie. You know, liquid fondant in the center, and then fondant crust.
And if they want us to make, scones. That is going to be a big glob of fondant.
What the hell is a scone? I ain't never heard of nothing like that.
I just heard the other day. I was doing a little British Baking Show research. Apparently, they make scones. They're like a rich white people bread or something like that.
All right. Well, something I ain't know nothing about.
I think you might want to do a little more research before
I don't quite care.
Fulfilling your dream.
I don't quite care.
Shouldn't you be prepared?
When it comes down to it, he's the knowledge base. He tells me what to make, how to make it, and I make it. I make the fondant.
You can say I'm the puppeteer and he's the puppet.
Well, I don't quite like that.
He's like the brawn.
Right. I mean,
he's the brains, I'm the brawn. And it's hard to have brawn when you're 400 pounds.
Yeah, basically, I could do whatever I really want to do to him because he cannot move from his chair. He's pretty locked down.
It's more of a scooter. It's like a scooter.
Yeah. Sometimes we need him to taste test fondant, and I just keep shoving it in his mouth. He resists, but we need that. We need to make sure it's perfect for the British Baking Show.
Oh, that's some good fondant right there. That's some delicious fondant. Oh, it's good fondant. Yeah, it's good fondant.
Everything okay over there?
Yeah, what's wrong?
Just making sure.
I'm just enjoying myself some fondant. You want some, son?
I'm okay, thank you.
We were
that's
mighty worried that you might be having a heart attack right now.
Oh, I understand. I could see where you're coming from.
So what are your future plans after the show then?
Well, we're going to be billionaires, right? That's usually how the show works.
You expect to win.
I'm going to go to Shark Tank, and I'm going to take this fondant to the next level. I don't know. Mark Cuban man, he seems like a real agreeable man. So I'm going to see what he has got to say about this fondant.
Thinking about like a Cuban sandwich, but it's fondant.
Right. He's going to have a good chuckle at that. I'm sure he
likes a pun.
Yeah. And that, I don't know any other people's names on there, but that woman seems real nice as well.
Yeah.
So they just hand out money, right? You just go up there and you say, "Hey,
I don't believe
no. This is a fun idea."
Well, and part of
you can pitch your idea.
Well, it's a fun.
What is this idea you have?
Well, it's a fun system. and everyone's going to have a good time. So we make the fondant, right? And we will have people, say 5 people under each of us, and they will buy the fondant, all right? And it's their responsibility for them to make money to sell that fondant. So maybe each of them has 5 people under them.
This
and it's just like a fun system,
Here's
everyone's
the
having fun on each level.
This sounds like a pyramid scheme.
Here's the difference.
I resent that.
I was ready for that statement. Here's the difference. This is going to be utilizing social media on a brand new level. It's going to be social media, and then these people are advertising to their friends, and their friends are advertising to their friends. So it's a social media-based system.
And
you claim that this isn't a pyramid scheme.
Well, a pyramid's more of a 3-dimensional shape, ain't it? This is more of a triangle. It's more of a triangle.
No, not necessarily.
A pyramid is 3 dimensions.
You can look at it 2-dimensional.
Okay, well, a 2-dimensional cross section of a pyramid would be a triangle, would it not? This is a triangle, all right.
I don't know about that, but it was nice having you two.
Yeah. So I don't know if you're interested in.
It's an absolute pleasure.
Selling fondant.
Yeah, would you like to sell fondant? You get in early, you can make quite a bit.
No, I'm okay.
As long as you ain't at the bottom.
You got some friends? You got some friends that would like
none that would be interested in fondant. No.
Oh, come on.
Well,
come on now.
I'm gonna leave this cake here, and then you can give it to your friends and maybe that receptionist out there. And then if she likes it, then maybe she can call us and
she can say buy 100 pounds of fondant, and then there's 5 people under her, and they'll each buy 20 pounds of fondant, and then 5 people under them, and they each buy, say like 3.75 pounds or something like that of fondant.
I don't like you pitching this idea on my show very much.
Well, you invited us on, and this is what we're doing now.
So,
all right?
Hey, so if we're going to be signing off, I want to just say, see us on the Bruce Bacon Show. 2 years from now, you'll see the episodes on Netflix. Probably that's probably where you're going to see it. It'll be on cable television, but I don't know.
It's on the BBC. I don't even think we get that round here. I don't even know what goddamn BBC is.
Right, they talk funny over there. So
they talk funny.
All right. Well, thank you. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you, Grant.
Yeah, it was a pleasure.
Please enjoy that cake for us.
I will. Thank you.